What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and I got a six-pack of Yankees rumors ready to uncork for you. And in the first one I got coming up here, it's around Noah Syndergaard, and could he potentially be a New York Yankee? Andy Martino from SNY says, Noah Syndergaard to the Yankees is a real possibility, but there are 10 other scenarios. CBS's Dan Perry writes, the offseason to date has been peppered with rumors that the New York Mets, despite clear designs on contending in 2019, are open to trading right-hander Noah Syndergaard. At the same time, trade rumors continue to swirl around Miami Marlins catcher JT Realmuto, who's been coveted by many teams ever since the Marlins began trading away veterans last offseason. Perhaps those two major pieces will be a part of a blockbuster three-way trade that also involves the New York Yankees. Another source, Mike Puma of the New York Post, writes, there have been discussions, a source confirms, on three potential three-way trade between the Mets, Yankees, Marlins that would send Noah Syndergaard to the New York Yankees. If Syndergaard ended up coming to the New York Yankees, he would be a great addition to the Yankees starting rotation. And we know the Yankees are looking for another big-time player in that rotation. I mean, Noah fitting in right in after Severino would be an amazing 1-2 punch. Tanaka, James Paxton, again, both 30 years old, but still solid starters. And CC, hey, he can continue to eat and eat up innings as long as I'm concerned for the Yankees. But I want to know from you, do you want Noah Syndergaard? I want you to give me a heart for yes, a wow face for no. Grandma, I'm looking at you. I mean, do you want him on the field? You know what I mean. Next rumor coming up here. Are the Yankees going to trade Miguel Andujar? And I think it's, again, kind of interesting. This one kind of goes off the tail of Noah Syndergaard. So, more on this three-team blockbuster trade between the Mets, Marlins, and Yankees. The Yankees might be willing to trade Miguel Andujar in a deal for JT Realmuto, according to Ken Rosenthal. NJ.com writes, according to multiple reports, the Yankees, Mets, and Marlins have talked about a three-way deal that would send Realmuto to the Queens, starting pitcher Syndergaard to the Bronx, and, well, who knows, to Miami. The player that might go to Miami is Miguel Andujar. Gary Denbo left his post with the New York Yankees, and he was former player development in 2017. And he's at the exact same role now for the Miami Marlins. Guess what? His close friend, Derek Jeter, is now the owner of Miami, who really wants Miguel back. He wants to be back together with Miguel. When you look at games played, 149, but he was a really good player, I think, for the Yankees last year. Hit 27 homers, 92 RBIs. There was a lot of question marks around whether Andujar could deal with the pressure of being in pinstripes, and I think he handled it pretty well. With that being said, do you want the Yankees to trade Miguel Andujar? Like, he is one of the young stars for the Yankees, and he could be a great infielder, but there's also a lot of rumors going around a lot of other players. So do you want the Yankees to trade Miguel? Type Y for yes or type N for no. The next rumor is around perhaps maybe the biggest name amongst free agents this offseason, and it's Bryce Harper. And anytime you're talking about Bryce Harper, I think all eyes are going to be on screen. New York Yankees general manager Brian Cashman downplayed Monday any chattering involving his team and Bryce Harper, the hard-swinging right fielder who has been the headliner of this year's free agency period. The way Cashman sees it, a crammed full outfield and other more pressing offseason personal concerns leave the Yankees no place to put the wily, coveted slugger. The way Cashman sees it, it's just, there's no more room. And this is one of my favorite things that Cashman said. No time at all winter have I said I'm looking for an outfielder. The Harper stuff, I'm still surprised you're asking when he was asked about it on Monday. To me, it sounds like the Yankees, personally, aren't in the Bryce Harper sweepstakes, but I want to know from you, Yankees Empire. Do you want Bryce Harper? Do you want Bryce Harper to be a Yankee? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. There's no doubt that he's a five-tool player, but he's going to covet a lot of money, and is he going to be able to fit in the outfield? So I want to know from you. Do you want Bryce Harper to be a Yankee? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Christmas is right around the corner, and you know what I like? To be honest, I like money, and I like free money. So if you guys want some free money, go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. Put down $50, guess what? $60 for free. Put down $100, get $120 for free. Put down $500, get $600 for free. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking up Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. Next rumor coming up here is around Manny Machado, and if Cashman doesn't want Harper, maybe he's a little bit more interested in Manny Machado. Cashman said that he's been talking to Manny Machado, his agent, for the past few days. And New York shortstop Didi Gregorius is expected to miss at least half of the next year recovering from Tommy John surgery, leaving the team in search of an infielder. Yesterday, Monday, December 9th, Cashman said that he has talked with Machado's agent once or twice, and when he said twice, he kind of chuckled. And they have a meeting coming up with Machado. So with all that being said, the meetings with Machado are great, but John Heyman reports that the Yankees won't offer Machado $300 million, but perhaps 8 years, $280 million. Now, I think $280 million is a lot of money to invest in a player. There's no doubt about it. But Machado is reportedly looking for that $300 million mark. So maybe if the Yankees can get him down to $280, hey, just saying, Machado, I think he'd look pretty good in pinstripes. So if Machado doesn't want to go to the Yankees or some other teams that Machado could possibly go to, here are the top destinations for Manny in 2019. You got the Philadelphia Phillies there at plus 220. The Yankees at plus 400 odds. I'll tell you what, if I'm on BetDSI, which I am, I'm probably going to put my money on the Yankees right now. The Dodgers at plus 750, where he played last year, at least down the stretch. And then going into it, some of these other dark horse teams, the Marlins at plus 1,500. Manny grew up in Miami. I think that's why he's on that list. And then the Tigers, I just don't really see them be a real possibility. And then the field. What does the field mean? It means all the teams that weren't just listed, you can bet on all the other teams in the MLB. Make sense? Awesome. All right, if the Yankees get Manny Machado, this is what I'm saying right now, their World Series odds are about to go up. But right here are the latest BetDSI odds on who's going to win the World Series. And the Red Sox, they're in first. They got plus 500 odds, and it's the Astros. The Yankees coming in at third. But I'm telling you, if they get Machado, I think they're going to jump the Astros. And then it's the Dodgers, and then it's the Cubs. I think if you're going to put money on it, I want to be able to say the Astros, the Yankees are probably where I would put my money personally. But hey, if they get Machado, the AL East is going to be one interesting division, as it is every single year. All right, so the more important question is I talked about Harper, and I talked about Machado, but I want to know from you. Who do you want more? Do you want Manny Machado? Give me a like, or give me a laughing face for Harper. I think when you're talking about in terms of money, in terms of just the overall better fit for the New York Yankees, I'm throwing up my like. I want Manny Machado, but I want to know from you, Machado or Harper. Next rumor is around a left-handed pitcher, and his name is Yusei Kikuchi, and it may be my most entertaining, or the name that I love to say more than anybody I think I've ever met or seen in my entire life. Brian Cashman's focus since the end of the last season has been improving the Yankee starting rotation. Trading for James Paxton was the first step, but could Yusei Kikuchi be the wild card for the Yankees as they search for another starter? They didn't want to sign Patrick Corbin to a long-term deal because he was just looking for too much money. MLB.com's Mark Feinstein writes that the Yankees' talks with J.A. Happ are cloudy, and Dallas Keuchel coming to the Yankees is unlikely. The most interesting name for the Bronx Bombers is Yusei Kikuchi. Say it with me, Yusei Kikuchi. Cashman said he's somebody that's worth talking about, somebody that's worth having a conversation and potentially landing, somebody that would make our other rotations better here in Major League Baseball. And speaking of the rotation, this is what it would look like if Yusei were to join the team. I like the righty, lefty, lefty. There are a bunch of younger pitchers there. Yusei, I think, would be a good addition at the end. Heck, he could also even pitch out of the bullpen. All right, I got a nice little fun question here. Who's your favorite Yankee of all time? The Yankees are no doubt probably the most prestigious, I don't know, franchise in sports. I think you could argue with that. I mean, they have the most championships, I know that, but there's a lot of Yankees greats. So, who's your favorite Yankees player of all time? If you want to know from me, DM me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365. A lot of players repping good pinstripes, and heck, I really want Miz in the Main to hook me up with a pinstripe shirt. So Miz in the Main, if you're watching, hey, hook me up. So, but if you want your own Miz in the Main shirts, go to comfortable.af, and I get asked all the time, why is the website comfortable.af? It's because these shirts are indeed comfortable as this. They are the best damn dress shirt you will ever buy. Plus, they're made in America. My next rumor, and this one is a fun one, is Babe Ruth overrated? And yes, I'm going there. But reliever Adam Ottavino, a free agent bullpen target for the Yankees, is confident he would have no trouble shutting down Babe Ruth if he got a chance to pitch to him. Ottavino had an argument with a coach in AAA about Babe Ruth's effectiveness in today's game. Babe Ruth, with that swinging that bat, he said, he would hit 140 with 8 home runs. Now, this makes me chuckle at least a little bit. And he also chuckled when he said it, and this is his quote, "I'm not trying to disrespect him, you know. Rest in peace, you know. Shout out to Babe Ruth, but it's a different game. I mean, the guy ate hot dogs and drank beer and did whatever he did. It's just a simply different game. Now, Ottavino's got sick stuff. Like, you don't put up 112 Ks in 77.5 innings pitch, or 77 2/3 innings pitch. Like, the RA is great, and yes, he has electric stuff, but the Great Bambino, man. I mean, he's the greatest baseball player of all time. 22 seasons. Dude hit 714 home runs, 2,214 RBIs. Heck, if that's what it takes, I'm going to start drinking a lot more beer and eating a lot more hot dogs, because if that's what I got to do to bat 342 and hit 714 home runs, hey, I am all about it. So in terms of baseball, it's all about, the matchup. Okay, so you got Ottavino on the mound against Babe Ruth in the box. Who you got? I want you to type O for Ottavino or type R for Ruth. If you want to know what I think, DM me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365. All right, let's do a nice little recap here of my Yankees rumors. Noah Syndergaard potentially going to the Yankees. It's a blockbuster deal, but hey, it might happen, it might not. There's still a little bit in the quirks here. And then trading Miguel Andujar. If the Yankees do trade Miguel, it's probably going to be in that blockbuster deal for Noah. Bryce Harper not needed. Cashman basically already came out and said multiple times that we don't really need Harper. He's not a good fit, and I don't even know why you're asking. And then you look at Machado. I think when Cashman talks about either Machado or Harper, he's a lot more excited to talk to Machado. And heck, he's even talked to his agent once or twice. Yusei Kikuchi impressing. He's definitely impressing me when it turns in terms of his name, that's for sure. But a solid left-handed pitcher from Japan. It could be a little bit cheaper than some of these other options that the Yankees are looking for. And is Babe Ruth overrated? No, but I think as a competitor, you're always going to say that you could potentially strike out the greatest baseball player of all time. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week with some more Yankees rumors. So until then, I'll see you.